Imagine a ruler so wealthy that his journey across the Sahara could disrupt economies and captivate the imaginations of the entire medieval world. Picture a pilgrimage so grand that it left a trail of gold from the heart of Africa to the Arabian Peninsula, forever altering the regions it touched. This is the story of Mansa Musa, the Emperor of Mali, whose reign during the 14th century transformed his empire into a beacon of wealth, culture, and power. Mansa Musa is not just a figure of history. He is a legend, a symbol of the vast riches and cultural sophistication that flourished in West Africa. His name evokes images of golden caravans, thriving cities, and monumental architectural achievements. But who was the man behind the legend? How did he rise to such extraordinary heights, and what legacy did he leave behind? Join us as we delve into the life and times of Mansa Musa, exploring the epic journey that made him the richest man in history, the visionary leadership that fostered a golden age of prosperity, and the enduring impact of his reign on Africa and the world. This is the untold story of the Golden Emperor. Chapter 1: Mansa Musa and the Mali Empire. Welcome to the epic tale of Mansa Musa, a figure of immense historical significance and one of the wealthiest individuals to have ever lived. Born around 1280, Musa Keita I, more famously known as Mansa Musa, ruled the Mali Empire from 1312 to 1337. His reign is remembered not only for its duration, but also for its remarkable influence on West Africa and beyond. The Mali Empire, located in the western part of Africa, was founded by Sundiata Keita around 1235. By the time Mansa Musa ascended to the throne, the empire had already grown into one of the largest and most powerful realms of its time, encompassing present-day Mali, Senegal, southern Mauritania, a part of Guinea, and beyond. The empire was rich in natural resources, especially gold, which played a crucial role in its wealth and prosperity. Mansa Musa inherited a well-established kingdom, but his vision and leadership propelled it to unprecedented heights. The title Mansa means sultan or emperor, and Musa embodied the grandeur and responsibility of this role. His reign marked a period of expansion, consolidation, and flourishing trade. He extended the empire's borders, secured its wealth, and established Mali as a cultural and educational beacon. One of the most notable aspects of Mansa Musa's rule was his devout Muslim faith. Islam had been introduced to the region through trans-Saharan trade routes and had become increasingly influential. Mansa Musa embraced Islam not just as a personal faith, but also as a state religion, promoting Islamic practices and learning throughout his empire. His pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 is legendary, a journey that showcased his devotion and the immense wealth of his kingdom. The Mali Empire, under Mansa Musa, became a central hub in the trans-Saharan trade network. Gold, salt, ivory, and slaves were traded for goods from the Mediterranean, Middle East, and Europe, bringing immense wealth and connecting Mali to distant lands. Timbuktu, one of the empire's key cities, emerged as a significant center of commerce, culture, and Islamic scholarship. Mansa Musa's reign is often described as a golden age for the Mali Empire. His administration was marked by efficient governance and justice, fostering stability and prosperity. The emperor's wealth was so vast that it was said to have caused inflation in regions he visited due to the sheer amount of gold he distributed. Mansa Musa's story is one of grandeur, faith, and enduring legacy. As we journey through the chapters of this documentary, we will uncover the many facets of his rule and the profound impact he had on Africa and the world. Chapter 2: The Early Life of Mansa Musa. To understand the greatness of Mansa Musa, we must first explore his origins and the path that led him to the throne of the Mali Empire. Born around 1280, Musa Keita I, who would later be known as Mansa Musa, was part of the Keita dynasty. This dynasty traced its lineage back to Sundiata Keita, the legendary founder of the Mali Empire. Mansa Musa's early life remains shrouded in mystery, with few detailed records of his childhood and upbringing. However, it is clear that he was born into a world of significant political and cultural complexity. The Mali Empire was already a formidable entity by the time of his birth, encompassing a vast territory rich in resources, particularly gold. The empire's wealth and strategic position made it a crucial player in regional and international trade networks. Musa's rise to power began under the reign of his predecessor, Mansa al-Bukhari II. Al-Bukhari II was an ambitious ruler, known for his desire to explore the world beyond the African continent. According to historical accounts, he embarked on an expedition across the Atlantic Ocean with a fleet of 2,000 ships, entrusting Musa with the responsibilities of regent during his absence. This decision proved to be pivotal for Musa's future. The details of Abubakar's II's voyage remain a matter of speculation, but what is certain is that he never returned. With the emperor lost at sea, Musa's position as regent transformed into a de facto rule. In 1312, Musa was formally declared Mansa, or emperor, of the Mali Empire. His ascent to the throne marked the beginning of a new era for the empire. Upon becoming Mansa, Musa demonstrated remarkable leadership and vision. One of his first acts was to solidify his power base and establish his legitimacy as the rightful ruler. He did this through strategic alliances and by asserting control over the empire's extensive territories. Musa's reign was characterized by both consolidation and expansion, as he sought to strengthen the empire's borders and enhance its influence. Mansa Musa's early years as emperor were marked by his keen understanding of governance and administration. He implemented effective policies to manage the vast and diverse lands under his control. Musa was not just a ruler but a statesman, deeply invested in the well-being of his subjects. His administration promoted justice, stability, and prosperity, laying the groundwork for the golden age that would follow. A devout Muslim, Mansa Musa's faith played a significant role in shaping his rule. Islam had been introduced to West Africa through trade routes, and by the time of Musa's reign, it was well established in the region. Musa's commitment to Islam was profound, influencing his personal conduct and his policies as emperor. He encouraged the spread of Islamic culture and education, promoting the construction of mosques and madrasas, Islamic schools, throughout the empire. Mansa Musa's early rule also saw the enhancement of the empire's economic infrastructure. Recognizing the importance of trade, he invested in improving the trans-Saharan trade routes that connected Mali to North Africa and beyond. These routes were vital for the exchange of goods, including gold, salt, and other valuable commodities, which contributed significantly to the empire's wealth. The early life and rise of Mansa Musa are integral to understanding his later achievements and the lasting legacy he left behind. From his noble lineage and formative years to his assumption of power and initial policies, these elements set the stage for the remarkable accomplishments that would define his reign. As we delve deeper into the chapters of this documentary, we will witness how Mansa Musa's early experiences and strategic decisions laid the foundation for an era of unprecedented prosperity and cultural flourishing in the Mali Empire. Chapter 3: The Mali Empire under Mansa Musa. Under the leadership of Mansa Musa, the Mali Empire reached unparalleled heights, transforming into a beacon of wealth, culture, and influence in West Africa and beyond. This chapter delves into the transformative reign of Mansa Musa, exploring the political, economic, and cultural achievements that defined his empire. When Mansa Musa ascended to the throne in 1312, the Mali Empire was already a significant power, but his visionary leadership and strategic acumen elevated it to new levels of prosperity and influence. The empire, at its zenith, stretched across vast territories, incorporating modern-day Mali, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, and Mauritania. This expansive domain made the Mali Empire one of the largest and wealthiest in the world. Central to Mansa Musa's success was his effective governance. He implemented a sophisticated administrative system that ensured stability and efficient management across the empire's diverse regions. Musa appointed loyal governors, known as Farba, to oversee various provinces, ensuring that local leaders adhered to imperial policies while maintaining order and justice. This decentralized yet cohesive governance structure allowed for efficient administration and resource management, contributing to the empire's stability and growth. One of Mansa Musa's most notable achievements was his promotion of Islam as the state religion. His deep commitment to his faith influenced many aspects of his rule. Musa encouraged the construction of mosques and madrasas, transforming cities like Timbuktu and Gao into renowned centers of Islamic learning and culture. The Sankore University in Timbuktu, for instance, attracted scholars from across the Islamic world, fostering an intellectual renaissance that positioned the Mali Empire as a major hub of knowledge and education. Mansa Musa's devotion to Islam was most spectacularly demonstrated during his famous pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324. This journey, known as the Hajj, was not only a religious obligation but also a powerful statement of Mali's wealth and Musa's piety. Accompanied by a grand entourage that reportedly included thousands of attendants, soldiers, and slaves, and camels laden with gold, Musa's pilgrimage left an indelible mark on every region he passed through. His generosity and lavish distribution of gold during the journey are said to have caused a temporary devaluation of the metal in Egypt, highlighting the immense wealth of the Mali Empire. The economic prosperity of the Mali Empire under Mansa Musa was largely driven by its control over critical trade routes and abundant natural resources. Gold, in particular, was a cornerstone of the empire's wealth. Mali's gold mines were among the richest in the world, and the empire's strategic position allowed it to dominate trans-Saharan trade. In addition to gold, the Mali Empire traded in salt, ivory, slaves, and other commodities, establishing extensive commercial networks that linked West Africa with North Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. Mansa Musa's reign also saw significant advancements in infrastructure. He invested in the development of cities, roads, and trade centers, facilitating commerce and communication across the empire. The construction of impressive buildings, including palaces and mosques, not only showcased the empire's wealth but also reinforced its cultural and religious identity. The cultural achievements of the Mali Empire under Mansa Musa were profound. The empire became a melting pot of different ethnicities and cultures, fostering a rich and diverse cultural landscape. The flourishing of arts, literature, and sciences during this period is a testament to the vibrant intellectual and cultural life that Mansa Musa nurtured. The blending of Islamic traditions with local customs created a unique cultural synthesis that resonated throughout the empire. Mansa Musa's legacy extends beyond his economic and cultural contributions. His reign marked a period of relative peace and stability, enabling the Mali Empire to flourish. His effective governance, combined with his support for education, religion, and trade, laid the foundation for sustained prosperity and cultural development. As we continue our exploration of Mansa Musa's life and legacy, we will uncover more about his legendary pilgrimage, his contributions to education and culture, and the lasting impact of his rule on the Mali Empire and the world. Mansa Musa's reign stands as a testament to the power of visionary leadership and the enduring influence of a ruler who transformed his empire into a beacon of wealth and culture. Chapter 4: The Legendary Pilgrimage to Mecca. In 1324, Mansa Musa embarked on a journey that would forever etch his name into the annals of history, his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca, known as the Hajj. This journey was not only a demonstration of his devout Muslim faith, but also a spectacular display of the Mali Empire's immense wealth and influence. This chapter delves into the details of Mansa Musa's pilgrimage, its impact on the regions he traversed, and the lasting legacy it left behind. The Hajj is a religious duty that every Muslim is expected to undertake at least once in their lifetime, provided they have the means to do so. For Mansa Musa, this pilgrimage was an opportunity to fulfill his religious obligations while simultaneously showcasing the prosperity and power of his empire. The scale and grandeur of his journey were unprecedented, capturing the imagination of both contemporaries and later historians. Mansa Musa's caravan was a sight to behold. Contemporary accounts describe a procession that included an estimated 60,000 men, including soldiers, officials, and attendants, as well as 12,000 slaves, each carrying gold bars. The caravan also featured 100 camels, each laden with hundreds of pounds of gold dust. This immense wealth was used not only to sustain the travelers, but also to distribute as alms to the poor, in line with Islamic teachings, and to make generous donations to the cities and regions they passed through. The journey from the Mali Empire to Mecca was long and arduous, spanning several thousand miles across the Sahara Desert and through the territories of various North African states. The route likely took the caravan through present-day Mauritania, Western Sahara, Algeria, Libya, and Egypt before reaching the Arabian Peninsula. The sheer logistics of organizing such a vast expedition highlight Mansa Musa's exceptional leadership and the administrative capabilities of his empire. One of the most notable stops on Mansa Musa's pilgrimage was Cairo, the capital of the Mamluk Sultanate. His arrival in Cairo created a sensation. The opulence of his caravan and the lavishness of his spending astonished the local populace and the ruling elite. According to historical accounts, Mansa Musa's generosity was so extraordinary that he gave away gold to such an extent that it caused inflation in Egypt. Gold's value reportedly depreciated for about a decade due to the sudden influx of wealth, a testament to the staggering amount of gold Musa brought with him. Beyond his material wealth, Mansa Musa's pilgrimage had significant diplomatic and cultural implications. His interactions with the leaders and scholars of the regions he visited helped to forge diplomatic ties and enhance Mali's reputation as a powerful and sophisticated empire. Musa's devotion and generosity were widely admired, and his pilgrimage served to highlight the importance of the Mali Empire within the broader Islamic world. Upon reaching Mecca, Mansa Musa fulfilled his religious duties with the same humility and piety that had characterized his journey. His time in the holy city was marked by acts of worship and further acts of charity. The pilgrimage also provided an opportunity for Musa to engage with other Muslim leaders and scholars, fostering cultural and intellectual exchanges that would benefit the Mali Empire upon his return. Mansa Musa's return journey was equally significant. He brought back with him not only a renewed spiritual fervor but also scholars, architects, and artisans who would contribute to the cultural and educational development of his empire. Among the notable individuals he brought back was the Andalusian poet and architect Abu Ishaq al-Sahili, who is credited with designing some of the most iconic buildings in Mali, including the renowned Jingareber Mosque in Timbuktu. The impact of Mansa Musa's pilgrimage was profound and far-reaching. It elevated the international profile of the Mali Empire, establishing it as a center of wealth, culture, and Islamic learning. The pilgrimage also had a lasting economic impact, both within the empire and in the regions he visited, through the vast amounts of gold that were circulated. In the years following his pilgrimage, Mansa Musa continued to build on the cultural and educational foundations he had established. Timbuktu and other cities in Mali became vibrant centers of learning and culture, attracting scholars and students from across the Islamic world. This period of intellectual flourishing contributed significantly to the cultural heritage of West Africa and cemented Mansa Musa's legacy as a patron of education and the arts. Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage to Mecca remains one of the most remarkable events in African history. It exemplifies his deep faith, his extraordinary wealth, and his vision for a prosperous and culturally rich empire. As we continue to explore his reign, we will see how the pilgrimage influenced his subsequent policies and the enduring impact it had on the Mali Empire and beyond. Chapter 5: Cultural and Educational Contributions. Mansa Musa's reign over the Mali Empire is often celebrated not only for its economic prosperity, but also for its cultural and educational advancements. His commitment to the promotion of knowledge, arts, and religion left a profound and lasting legacy that extended well beyond his lifetime. This chapter explores the significant cultural and educational contributions made by Mansa Musa, focusing on the transformation of key cities like Timbuktu into renowned centers of learning and culture. Upon returning from his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca, Mansa Musa brought with him a wealth of knowledge and an array of talented individuals who would play crucial roles in the cultural renaissance of the Mali Empire. Among these was the Andalusian poet and architect Abu Ishaq al-Sahili, who significantly influenced the architectural landscape of Mali. One of al-Sahili's most notable contributions was the design of the Jingareber Mosque in Timbuktu, a marvel of Sahelian architecture that stands to this day as a testament to the period's architectural ingenuity. Timbuktu, under Mansa Musa's patronage, became the intellectual heart of the Mali Empire. The city, strategically located at the crossroads of trade routes connecting West Africa to the broader Islamic world, flourished as a hub of scholarship and learning. Mansa Musa's investments in educational institutions attracted scholars, poets, and theologians from across Africa and the Islamic world, transforming Timbuktu into a cosmopolitan center of intellectual activity. The University of Sankore in Timbuktu, which originated as a mosque and later evolved into a full-fledged university, epitomized this intellectual flourishing. Under Mansa Musa's patronage, Sankore grew into one of the leading centers of learning in the Islamic world. The university boasted a diverse faculty and a vast library that housed thousands of manuscripts on subjects ranging from theology and law to astronomy and mathematics. Scholars at Sankore engaged in rigorous academic pursuits, and the institution became a beacon of knowledge that attracted students from distant lands. Mansa Musa's commitment to education extended beyond Timbuktu. He supported the establishment of madrasas, or Islamic schools, throughout the empire. These institutions provided education in the Quran, Islamic jurisprudence, and various sciences, ensuring that knowledge was disseminated widely across his realm. This focus on education helped to cultivate a literate and informed populace, further strengthening the cultural and intellectual fabric of the empire. In addition to education, Mansa Musa's reign saw significant advancements in the arts. The blending of Islamic and indigenous African traditions during his rule gave rise to a unique cultural synthesis that found expression in various art forms, including literature, music, and visual arts. Manuscript production flourished, with scribes and calligraphers producing beautifully illuminated texts that contributed to the rich literary heritage of the region. Mansa Musa also played a crucial role in promoting Islamic culture and practices. His reign saw the construction of numerous mosques, not only in Timbuktu but also in other key cities such as Gao and Niani, the empire's capital. These mosques served as centers of worship and community life, fostering a sense of unity and religious identity among the populace. The architectural styles of these mosques, influenced by the work of architects like al-Sahili, combined local building techniques with Islamic design elements, creating a distinctive architectural legacy. The cultural and educational contributions of Mansa Musa extended beyond the borders of the Mali Empire. His pilgrimage to Mecca and the ensuing interactions with scholars and leaders across the Islamic world established Mali as a center of learning and culture. This enhanced the empire's reputation and facilitated the exchange of ideas and knowledge, further enriching the intellectual life of West Africa. Mansa Musa's support for scholarship and the arts had a long-lasting impact. The manuscripts and academic traditions established during his reign continued to influence generations of scholars and artists. Timbuktu, in particular, retained its status as a center of learning for centuries, contributing to the preservation and dissemination of knowledge in Africa and the Islamic world. The legacy of Mansa Musa's cultural and educational contributions is evident in the continued reverence for Timbuktu as a symbol of African intellectual heritage. His vision for a prosperous and enlightened empire set a precedent for future leaders and underscored the importance of knowledge and culture in societal development. As we move forward in our exploration of Mansa Musa's life and reign, we will examine the economic policies that underpinned the Mali Empire's prosperity and the broader legacy of one of history's most extraordinary rulers. Mansa Musa's dedication to education, culture, and religion remains a defining aspect of his enduring legacy, illustrating the profound impact of his leadership on the cultural and intellectual landscape of Africa. Chapter 6: Economic Impact and Wealth. Mansa Musa is often hailed as one of the wealthiest individuals in history, a testament to the extraordinary economic power of the Mali Empire under his reign. This chapter explores the economic strategies, resources, and policies that fueled the empire's prosperity and examines how Mansa Musa's wealth influenced both his empire and the wider world. The foundation of the Mali Empire's wealth lay in its abundant natural resources, particularly gold. Mali's gold mines, located primarily in the regions of Bambuk, Bor, and Galam, were among the richest in the world. Gold from these mines flowed through the empire, bolstering its economy and establishing Mali as a significant player in the global trade network. This precious metal was highly sought after, especially in Europe and the Middle East, where it was used for currency, jewelry, and art. Mansa Musa's economic strategy capitalized on these rich resources. He implemented policies that enhanced gold production and ensured the efficient management of mining operations. The empire's control over gold mines and trade routes allowed it to dominate the trans-Saharan trade, a vital commercial artery that connected West Africa with North Africa and the Mediterranean. The trans-Saharan trade routes were the lifeblood of the Mali Empire's economy. These ancient paths facilitated the exchange of not only gold but also salt, ivory, slaves, and other valuable commodities. Salt, mined in the Sahara Desert, was an essential trade item, highly prized for its preservative properties and as a dietary staple. The trade caravans that traversed these routes carried goods to and from bustling trade hubs like Timbuktu, Gao, and Jin. Timbuktu, in particular, emerged as a key economic center under Mansa Musa's reign. Its strategic location on the southern edge of the Sahara made it a crucial point of convergence for trade caravans. The city's markets buzzed with activity, featuring goods from across Africa, the Middle East, and even Europe. Timbuktu's wealth and cosmopolitan nature reflected the prosperity of the Mali Empire, and the city's reputation as a commercial hub attracted merchants and traders from far and wide. Mansa Musa's economic policies extended beyond trade and resource management. He recognized the importance of agriculture in sustaining his empire's wealth and stability. The fertile lands of the Niger River Basin supported extensive agricultural activities, producing staple crops such as millet, sorghum, and rice. Musa promoted agricultural development by supporting irrigation projects and encouraging the cultivation of diverse crops, ensuring food security and boosting the empire's economic resilience. One of the most famous demonstrations of Mansa Musa's wealth was his pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324. This journey not only underscored his devout Muslim faith, but also served as a powerful display of Mali's economic might. Accompanied by an enormous entourage and carrying vast amounts of gold, Musa's pilgrimage left an indelible mark on every region he passed through. In Cairo, his lavish spending and generous distribution of gold reportedly caused significant inflation, a vivid illustration of his immense wealth. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage also had long-term economic implications. The journey raised the international profile of the Mali Empire, attracting the attention of scholars, merchants, and adventurers. This increased awareness facilitated greater trade and diplomatic relations, further integrating Mali into the global economic system. The pilgrimage also highlighted the empire's stability and prosperity, enhancing its reputation as a center of wealth and culture. The wealth generated by the Mali Empire under Mansa Musa had far-reaching effects on its society. It enabled the construction of grand architectural projects, including mosques, palaces, and libraries. These structures not only served religious and administrative functions, but also symbolized the empire's prosperity and cultural sophistication. The investment in infrastructure, such as roads and trade facilities, further stimulated economic activity and connectivity within the empire and beyond. Mansa Musa's economic policies also had social implications. The distribution of wealth, whether through trade, patronage, or charitable acts, helped to create a more equitable society. Musa's generosity extended to supporting scholars, artists, and religious institutions, fostering a vibrant cultural and intellectual environment. This patronage system encouraged the production of art, literature, and scholarly works, enriching the cultural life of the Mali Empire. The legacy of Mansa Musa's economic impact is evident in the continued recognition of the Mali Empire as one of the wealthiest and most influential states of its time. His strategic management of resources, promotion of trade, and investment in infrastructure laid the foundation for sustained prosperity. The wealth generated under his reign not only elevated the Mali Empire, but also contributed to the broader economic and cultural development of West Africa. As we proceed to the next chapter, we will explore the lasting legacy of Mansa Musa and the historical significance of his reign. His economic strategies and policies, rooted in the rich resources and trade networks of the Mali Empire, offer valuable lessons in leadership and governance, illustrating the profound impact of wealth on societal development and global interconnectedness. Chapter 7. The Legacy of Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa's reign over the Mali Empire left a legacy that reverberates through history, marking a period of unparalleled prosperity, cultural flourishing, and global influence. This chapter explores the multifaceted legacy of Mansa Musa, examining how his economic strategies, cultural patronage, and religious devotion shaped the Mali Empire and left an enduring mark on the world. Mansa Musa's economic legacy is one of the most enduring aspects of his reign. His strategic management of the empire's abundant resources, particularly gold, established Mali as a dominant economic power. By controlling gold production and the trans-Saharan trade routes, Mansa Musa ensured a steady flow of wealth into the empire. This wealth not only funded grand architectural projects and cultural endeavors, but also created a robust economy that supported the empire's growth and stability long after his reign. The pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 remains one of the most iconic episodes of Mansa Musa's reign. This journey, showcasing the immense wealth and splendor of the Mali Empire, significantly raised the empire's profile on the global stage. The stories of Mansa Musa's generosity and the sheer scale of his entourage spread far and wide, enhancing Mali's reputation and attracting scholars, traders, and adventurers from distant lands. This increased attention facilitated greater cultural and economic exchanges, further integrating Mali into the global network of the Islamic world. Culturally, Mansa Musa's patronage had a profound and lasting impact. His support for education and the arts transformed cities like Timbuktu into renowned centers of learning and culture. The University of Sankore, under Musa's patronage, grew into one of the most important academic institutions in the Islamic world. Scholars from across Africa and beyond flocked to Timbuktu, contributing to a vibrant intellectual climate that produced significant advancements in various fields, including theology, law, astronomy, and mathematics. Mansa Musa's investment in architectural projects also left a lasting legacy. The construction of grand mosques, palaces, and libraries not only beautified the cities but also served as enduring symbols of the empire's prosperity and cultural sophistication. The Djinguereber Mosque in Timbuktu, designed by the Andalusian architect Abu Ishaq al-Sahili, stands as a testament to the architectural achievements of this period. These structures, blending Islamic and African architectural styles, influenced the region's architectural heritage for generations. Mansa Musa's promotion of Islam as the state religion had a lasting impact on the cultural and religious identity of the Mali Empire. His efforts to spread Islamic education and build religious institutions helped to consolidate Islam's influence in West Africa. The mosques and madrasas established during his reign became centers of religious and educational activity, fostering a sense of unity and shared cultural identity among the diverse peoples of the empire. This religious and cultural integration played a crucial role in the empire's cohesion and stability. The social impact of Mansa Musa's reign is also noteworthy. His generosity and support for various social initiatives helped to create a more equitable society. Musa's charitable acts, such as distributing gold and providing support to the poor, contributed to a sense of social welfare and community. His patronage extended to supporting scholars, artists, and religious leaders, fostering a culture of intellectual and artistic excellence that enriched the social fabric of the empire. The legacy of Mansa Musa's reign can also be seen in the way his story has been remembered and celebrated throughout history. His wealth and achievements have captured the imagination of people across the world, making him a legendary figure in both African and global history. Stories of Mansa Musa's pilgrimage and his immense wealth have become part of the cultural heritage of West Africa, inspiring generations of leaders and scholars. In the broader context of African history, Mansa Musa's reign serves as a powerful reminder of the continent's rich and complex history. His achievements challenge the often simplistic and reductive narratives about Africa's past, highlighting the sophistication, wealth, and cultural achievements of African civilizations. Mansa Musa's story underscores the importance of recognizing and celebrating the diverse and vibrant histories of African peoples and societies. Mansa Musa's legacy is also reflected in the continued recognition of the Mali Empire as one of the great civilizations of the medieval world. His reign is often cited as a golden age of West African history, characterized by economic prosperity, cultural richness, and intellectual achievement. The achievements of the Mali Empire under Mansa Musa continue to be studied and celebrated by historians, scholars, and cultural institutions around the world. As we conclude this exploration of Mansa Musa's life and reign, it is clear that his legacy extends far beyond his wealth. His visionary leadership, cultural patronage, and commitment to education and religion transformed the Mali Empire and left an indelible mark on the world. Mansa Musa's story is a testament to the power of visionary leadership and the enduring impact of a ruler who recognized the importance of wealth, culture, and knowledge in shaping a prosperous and enlightened society. The final chapter will delve into the broader historical significance of Mansa Musa's reign, examining how his legacy continues to influence contemporary discussions about leadership, wealth, and cultural heritage in Africa and beyond. Mansa Musa's life and achievements offer valuable lessons for understanding the complexities of history and the enduring power of visionary leadership. Chapter 8: The Enduring Influence of Mansa Musa. As we conclude our journey through the life and legacy of Mansa Musa, it is essential to reflect on the enduring influence of his reign on both his empire and the wider world. This chapter examines how Mansa Musa's legacy continues to shape contemporary discussions about leadership, wealth, cultural heritage, and African history. Mansa Musa's story is a powerful counter-narrative to the often reductive and Eurocentric portrayals of African history. His reign highlights the sophistication, economic power, and cultural richness of the Mali Empire, challenging stereotypes and broadening our understanding of Africa's past. By recognizing the achievements of Mansa Musa, we acknowledge the significant contributions of African civilizations to global history. One of the most lasting impacts of Mansa Musa's reign is the transformation of Mali into a renowned center of learning and culture. The University of Sankore in Timbuktu, established under Musa's patronage, remains a symbol of Africa's rich intellectual heritage. The manuscripts and academic traditions developed during this period continue to be studied and celebrated, offering invaluable insights into the history of science, literature, and theology in West Africa. Mansa Musa's architectural legacy also endures. The grand mosques and palaces built during his reign, such as the Jingareber Mosque, continue to stand as testaments to the architectural ingenuity and cultural synthesis of the Mali Empire. These structures, blending Islamic and African styles, have influenced architectural practices across the region and remain important cultural landmarks. The economic strategies implemented by Mansa Musa have left a lasting imprint on the region. His management of gold production and trade routes established a model of economic prosperity that influenced subsequent West African empires. The wealth generated by these trade networks supported not only the Mali Empire but also contributed to the economic development of surrounding regions, fostering a legacy of interconnectedness and mutual prosperity. Mansa Musa's emphasis on education and cultural patronage set a precedent for future leaders in Africa and beyond. His support for scholars, artists, and religious institutions underscored the importance of knowledge and culture in societal development. This patronage system inspired subsequent rulers to invest in education and the arts, contributing to the long-term cultural and intellectual vitality of West Africa. In contemporary discussions about leadership, Mansa Musa's reign offers valuable lessons. His visionary leadership, characterized by strategic resource management, cultural patronage, and religious devotion, provides a model for effective governance. Mansa Musa's ability to balance wealth and power with a commitment to education and social welfare highlights the importance of holistic and inclusive leadership in achieving long-term prosperity and stability. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca remains a seminal event in the history of the Mali Empire and the Islamic world. The journey not only showcased the immense wealth of Mali but also facilitated greater cultural and economic exchanges between West Africa and the broader Islamic world. This pilgrimage continues to be a source of inspiration, illustrating the potential of cross-cultural interactions to enrich societies and foster mutual understanding. The legacy of Mansa Musa's reign is also evident in the continued reverence for Timbuktu as a symbol of African intellectual heritage. The city's reputation as a center of learning and culture, established during Musa's time, endures to this day. Efforts to preserve and study the manuscripts and architectural landmarks of Timbuktu reflect a broader recognition of the city's historical significance and the enduring influence of Mansa Musa's patronage. In the broader context of African history, Mansa Musa's reign serves as a powerful reminder of the continent's rich and diverse heritage. His achievements challenge simplistic narratives about Africa's past, highlighting the complexity and sophistication of African civilizations. By celebrating Mansa Musa's legacy, we contribute to a more nuanced and inclusive understanding of global history. The story of Mansa Musa also resonates in contemporary discussions about wealth and inequality. His immense wealth, generated through the strategic management of resources and trade, offers insights into the economic dynamics of his time. At the same time, Musa's generosity and support for social initiatives highlight the potential for wealth to be used in ways that promote social welfare and cultural development. These lessons are particularly relevant in today's world, where discussions about wealth distribution and social equity continue to be pressing issues. Mansa Musa's life and legacy offer valuable lessons for understanding the complexities of history and the enduring power of visionary leadership. His reign demonstrates the potential of wealth and power to foster cultural and intellectual flourishing, creating a legacy that extends far beyond material prosperity. Mansa Musa's story is a testament to the transformative impact of enlightened leadership and the enduring influence of cultural and intellectual patronage. As we conclude this exploration of Mansa Musa's reign, it is clear that his legacy continues to inspire and inform. His achievements in economic management, cultural patronage, and religious devotion offer timeless lessons for leaders and scholars alike. The enduring influence of Mansa Musa's reign underscores the importance of recognizing and celebrating the rich and diverse histories of African civilizations, contributing to a more inclusive and comprehensive understanding of our shared global heritage. Mansa Musa's legacy is a testament to the power of visionary leadership to shape the course of history. His reign transformed the Mali Empire into a beacon of wealth, culture, and knowledge, leaving an indelible mark on the world. As we reflect on his life and achievements, we are reminded of the enduring impact of leadership that prioritizes the well-being and cultural enrichment of society, offering valuable lessons for generations to come.